Hi, welcome to today's episode of A Couple of Things, a podcast about things. Today I'm going to be talking about how you should care about what people think, why you should care about what people think. I know it's spicy, but hear me out. So, we often hear things like you shouldn't care what people think, you should just do whatever you want, you should just do you should just ignore everyone, just do whatever, blah blah blah. But I do think that it is weird to have, like, as a person, if there is nobody in this life that you care what they think about you or about your behavior or about a particular aspect or area of your life, something is wrong. So, yes, within context, within a reasonable, well defined, narrow sometimes context, you should actually care about what specific people think about specific things about yourself. For one, I don't care about what a random stranger on the road thinks about me. But I do care what my husband thinks about me. I do care what my parents think about me. I do care what my siblings think about me. And not about everything about my life for that matter, but for like specific things, right? So I feel like it's very strange to go through life with the point of view of, well, I don't care what anybody thinks about me or what anybody thinks about what I do about this. I think is a bit also unrealistic actually. Hi, it's me, reminding you to subscribe and also to send questions so that I have more things to talk about. The link to submit questions is in the show notes. Okay, let's get back into the episode. So, I think that if someone is like, never cares about what anybody thinks about anything in any aspect of their lives, that means that they lack accountability. Like, they're not accountable to anyone, which is a very strange place to be in, and definitely not the kind of person that I would want to be friends with. Not that everybody wants to be my friend or anything, but like not the kind of person that I want to have in my own space. And if you really think about it actually as well, I don't think that you two want to be friends with someone who like literally does not care about anything anybody thinks about anything. That is just strange, and I find it difficult to believe that there are people who genuinely 100% do not care about anything anybody thinks about anything. Like, there has to be one person in your life, at least, be it a friend, be it a sibling, a partner, a parent. It could even be like a quote unquote role model, somebody that you like. There just has to be someone that when you want to do something, and in addition to yourself, because there's also the place of like accountability to yourself and having self-respect and being congruent and consistent with your values and your beliefs. But there has to be at least one other person that you care about their opinions. Like, I remember when I was younger, nothing made me cry more than my mother saying she was disappointed in me. It was it was the worst thing, and it would only happen when I always knew that when she said that to me, she had only said it to me like maybe once or twice, and it was the thing that I had done. I know that's like, yeah, I'm better than that and I should not have done that, but that's the point. It's like there should be people that you rate enough to care about their opinion about specific things. It doesn't mean that you then model your life after everything they want or believe, because as much as I care about what my mom thinks about me and my partner and everything, there are things that we disagree on, and there are things where I'm like, okay, that's what you think, but I don't, in this case, I don't care what you think in this particular instance. But then there's probably somebody else who I care what they think on that particular thing. So, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Bye. You shouldn't care about what people think to the point where you actually don't do anything driven by your convictions and your beliefs. But you also shouldn't live a life where nobody's thoughts, perspectives, and opinions matter to you, because then you are literally living in the bubble of you. And I'm very sure there's a proverb somewhere in the book of Proverbs that talks about how that leads to destruction. So basically, as with everything in life, there is a balance. There is a place where you are driven by your convictions and you are driven by the vision that you have for yourself, for your life, for what you want out of life, and you're driven by your goals and you're driven by all of these things and personal self-expression, personal values, all of those things. And there's a point where you're also considering counsel and advice and opinions from other people that matter to you, not only that matter to you, but in the context which you're looking at it, whether it's career wise or what you post online or whatever, is also impacting other people. So to the extent which you care about those people, then you should also consider what they think. And to the extent where it's like a decision, not just one that impacts the other people around you, but like, how do I describe this? Like, just the very fact that there are people in your life, again, to the degree that they matter to you, you should care what they think. Okay, for real, bye. Thank you for listening to today's episode of A Couple of Things. If there was anything you found interesting or insightful, or you enjoyed the episode, please do share to someone or multiple people. Like, leave a comment, and definitely do subscribe and all the nice things. Bye.